Well, welcome. We are back. We had a bit of delay before this, but we this is the last quarter final of the Dented Legends Cups. We've got Bretonnians against Norse. If you followed along with season four, you may have seen that these two teams played quite late on in that, and it's actually the last game for both teams. They've been drawn against each other again for a bit of a rematch. That was the third place playoff for the Notched Buckler playoffs, which decides seventh and eighth. Norse are defending. The Norse won that game. The Norse coach is also a lot more experienced with the game. He's been playing a lot longer than the Bretonian coach, who had, I think, played a couple of games of tabletop before they joined us for season three. And doesn't have a great record, so I think it's fair to say that they're the underdog in this game with that recent defeat, and then they didn't manage any wins with this Bretonian team in season four. So that's kind of the setup, really. It's Norse are probably the favourites going into it. There's a kick down there, and we'll have a look at the teams. Rain doesn't help anyone in this matchup, really. I don't think there's... Actually, I think there's one Shorthands player on the Norse team, but we'll look at the teams. There is a Shorthands. Shorthands kicker, there we go, is one of those linemen. They've got three unlevelled linemen on the line here. Everyone else is a positional. So two runners. We've got one with dodging Shorthands. That's another Shorthands player. There's no Shorthands on the Bretonnians. So if anything, Rain favours the Norse. But the Bretonnians have catch, so when it comes to moving the ball around, they've got a big role in that. But yeah, two runners, dodging Shorthands, dodging guard, so a double there being spent on guard. Two berserkers, both with guard, one with mighty blow as well. Two Ulfwereners, so this is strength 5 and block with an agility injury. This one's block and mighty blow. The Yeti also has mighty blow, an armour increase, and guard. That's the Norse team. There's a thrower on the bench and an unlevelled lineman. Both the thrower are unlevelled as well. Bretonnians. There's lots of linemen on the line. This one, who's leading off with the first hit, has strength 4. No block though, so that is a riskier block to open with. We've lost all our icons. So that's someone there, the strength 4 lineman. We've got a block tackle lineman and a block lineman. So setting up with the lineman here, it means you've got to open up with a strength 4 one. That's how they're going to look to get 2 dice on all of them. But you could be putting your big hitters here. So they've got a blitzer with mighty blow, who you want to make sure is hitting someone every turn if you can. He could well be on the line as well. I suppose using lineman here does free up all your important players to go and concentrate on the ball. But that's those three anyway. Yeah, this one was just block. We did that one. This one is just tackle and almost at another level. That's all the linemen on the pitch. There's a block lineman there too, and an unlevelled one. So loads of levels have gone on linemen in this Bretonnian team. Whereas you've got this blocker here with no levels, this strength 4 blocker here, so a couple of strength up players. And actually, if you do want to open with a strength 4, one with wrestle is a safer bet, because if you get stuck with them both down, it's not gonna cause you a turnover. That's the strength 4 one. Guard and safe throw on that one. What do we have here? Mighty blow and sidestep. So this is the guy who should maybe be getting stuck into try and break some Norse armour very easily with mighty blow, or maybe he's going to be the blitz. And then other blitzers, we've got dodge and sprint, and we've got an unlevelled one there, so one quick pass from him for a level. And this one has dodge and dump off, and that's the two teams. So we're off Bretonnians attacking first to push back on the opening block, but blocking diagonally does mean you get another chance. Even an assist in there. So this blitzer could have just started there, and then as soon as this block's resolved, this blitzer can go anywhere you like. He spent his whole turn just moving a couple of squares. And with these as well, so they've pushed away from the line, but these players have all acted, so they're not going to be able to do anything. If you push these players down to just lay there, next turn they've got a choice of a risky 3+ dodge away, or just stand it up so you can hit them again next turn. And if you're going to maximise blocks, having them laying down next to marked players gives them that tough choice. So next turn the Norse player can just stand these up and put them where they want, or you could have made them stand up and take another hit, or just stay laying down, which either way it kind of takes them out of the game next turn. So like you've done with this one, this lineman next turn, he's just going to get hit again. Set up down here. It's a strength 4 while making the blitz, so he didn't need that assist. Throws a reroll at that to get knocked down. Well, it's not knocked down because he's got dodge, so it's just a push. So both the tackle players were here. The tackle players could maybe have been available to go and hit this dodge guy. If you're setting up with, that's my blitz target, he's got dodge, I want tackle to hit him. So this block tackle alignment is the ideal candidate at that point. Or you've got a valuable target here who doesn't have dodge, so it's easier to hit. You can maybe use the mighty blow guy to hit him. So Yeti playing ball with a wild animal, comes from up there. I'd sort of imagine this guy might be the blitz, but I suppose Fend and Frenzy is going to take some of that away. Still 2 dice because of the strength difference. And then eating that, go for it from the second one. There you go, so knock him down diagonally. He's still marked, so these players may move away. So he's maybe looking at bringing the ball into this area. This sort of looks like the area that's going to make most sense. They've got a lot of players here. There are Norse over here. Blitz is over there though, which doesn't seem like it's affecting the game much this turn. That blitz. It's another foul pick up there. So it was the rain making a difference. Does have the ball now. Chucking to go for it there after using a reroll is risky, but came off okay. So this is a really simple thing, but just collapsing in there has given up this space to the Norse. This guy standing there, he's doing just as much to protect the ball, really, as he is there. Either way, they can blitz him and get someone marking the ball, but he's doing the same job there and controlling these 9 squares, which now the Norse can just move into and sort of surround them. So if he maybe doesn't fall back there, this blitz has taken some of that space up. I can still get round, but I think this guy was doing the same job here, and maybe even both of these in here protects him as well, and means the Norse are going to have to look this way. Yeah, it looks like the blitz is going to come from here. Yeti's decided to stay over there for this turn. He's a 4+ wild animal though. One of those worked last turn. Okay, Ulfwerener's making the blitz. This is the strength 5 one, so he shouldn't need to worry about frenzy traps really. He does have an assist here still anyway. That's a strength 5 marker on the ball. He's going to be tough to move. This is probably going to have to be a dodge away from the Bretonnians here. He does have dodge. Nope, they're going for a blitz on the strength 5 Ulfwerener and gets it down. Strength 4 Lyman helping out there. The ball carrier is free to move. There, that's only left 1 dice there if they want to try and take it. Do have a guard here, they can maybe use second dice, but they need to watch where the ball is. Yeah, I've got some things to watch here. That's set up that second dice, that assist, and that's just a push. But here, so this cage, what you'd normally see with a cage, actually, I wonder if we can, oh dear. It's green draw, let's try this. There we go, it's these squares. These squares are the valuable ones to protect. Oh dear, this is doing all sorts of things. I just want a pen. I thought I just had a pen. Yeah, these squares, there we go, the red crosses. They're the danger squares for the ball carrier. Because, can we get rid of this screen draw thing? Okay, this might have ruined everything. But so the ball is in here. And to get in at this square, there are no dodges that have to be made. So all the Norse have to do is make sure they can get into one of these corners without any assists from the Bretonnians. Now, none of the Bretonnians here have guard, I can see. This one does. So that means these two squares are no good for attacking the ball carrier. This guy coming in here makes this one hard to get into because you will have to dodge in there and that'll be difficult. But this square is completely open. The Norse have some high strength players, so they should be able to get 2 dice on the ball. Except that they're all over here, I think. Yeah, they've got Ulfwerner here, Ulfwerner here, and the Yeti there. So this is going to be 1 dice on the ball at best. But they can, if they come in, this runner, maybe, or this lineman, can be either way. They need to mark this guy, and they've got 1 dice on the ball quite easily. So this lineman can go 1, 2, 3, 4, just stand there, and the runner can come in 1, 2 from that square to that square. He's not marked there, so that's not a dodge. This lineman and this lineman can't assist, so that's 1 dice on the ball. This guy does have dodge, so it's 1 in 6 to get him down. So it's not great. It's not a great chance of getting him down, but it is left on. This lineman was standing here before, and if he stays there on that corner, he just stops that being a possibility, because then you've got to dodge past him to get at this empty square to get the ball, and that's just not happening. That's a -4 dodge. So instead of the horizontal and vertical sides of the square where the ball carrier is, if you watch the diagonal ones, they're the dangerous ones because they're easier to get into without dodging. Now let's see if we can get rid of all these drawings. We can. We have to Control Z them all away, and then try and take screen draw off. Yeah, we're back to normal. Hey, that worked. Let's go to just advances on here as well. Yeah, so we should be able to see this a bit clearer here without all those skill things up, and that's the route in to get the ball. Because this lineman's strength 4, you don't really have the option of trying to move this guy out of the way. And the Norse have actually put a guard in there as well, which is something I missed. So that square wasn't available really for a blitz, because this blocker next to the ball carrier here has guard, but they've put their own guard in there. So now I just need to make sure this lineman can't assist. They're not taking that one anyway. I think they moved down here, didn't they? Yeah, moved down here for an extra dice. So yeah, that was 2 dice on the ball that they could have set up without rolling any dice even. They did get a knockout on that blocker, and they've got 2 players marking the ball, who are going to be quite tough to move, I think. One of them, and he's off the pitch as well. Just badly hurt, but I think that that particular berserker is just injured all the time. He's been really slow leveling, and it's a name that always comes up as being injured. Uses strength 4 to blitz there, so he's probably coming this way. Oh, he's gone that way. Okay. So we've got 1 dice on the Ulfwerner. That does clear him off the ball carrier. Just dodging away with the dodge skill. He's less risky though, because that's basically a 3+, so just get a pushback, but it's 3+ with a reroll to dodge, and then makes a risky pass in the rain, which is fine. That dodge fails, and that's a knockout there. So we're losing some players now. A couple of knockouts for the Bretonnians, and the 1 injury for the Norse. Or against, rather. A Norse knocked out. Just pushbacks from the Yeti on 5 dice. Can hit this player again. Maybe not the best choice of square to sidestep to, so you can just be hit again there on 3 dice again. Ulfwerner showing up the Yeti, which is, I think, happened all the time with this team. There we go, so there's Fend affecting Frenzy, denying that second block. Yeah, if this Ulfwerner yet levels again, Juggernaut is a great skill to combat that. Do have to use your blitz for it. I think this is a blitz on the ball, so we didn't look at any plays that Norse had on the ball, but they found it quite easily. Just needed to dodge. The tackle meant they had to use a team reroll so there was no dodge, no reroll available for that there. Bretonnians here just have a simple blitz, just need a push here. Gets the push, you can just run in if they want to score this turn. Gonna look at other 2 dice blocks. He might have been better positioned over this side, this assist. Because if they were stuck with a push there and tried something else, get a turnover, it's then quite easy to free that guy up to go help up with the ball. But they scored that turn anyway. And go 1 up. They've left the Norse a few turns to score back for half time though. All 3 knockouts back, he's good for them. So that Berserker's not coming back. Yeah, Bretonnians setting up in defence. They do need to be aware of the quick snap risk, and having strength 4 players on this line, like these 2 are, is much less risky. But if there's a quick snap here, they're going to give up extra hits on these, and sometimes you kind of need to do that to protect the players you've got here, and they're trying to protect the line of scrimmage. But it's just a risk you have to be aware of. I think if I come up against a team defending with that setup, I'll have somebody available to step forwards and make that hit too. Reroll each. Still raining, which is Norse might have wanted to change to nice weather there. And something you can do with big guys, just so when I've got strength 5, and this won't help if there's a wild animal fail or anything, but if this Yeti's here and you've got assists there and there, and they've got a guard player, there we go. So this Berserker could be perhaps there, a lineman there, Yeti there. Yeti's got 3 dice, which is just much less risky. You don't have to worry about rolling a double skulls or both downs or whatever. You've got 3 dice, it's way less risky. And if ever I've got a strength 5 guy facing off against strength 3 opponents on the line of scrimmage, I always make sure they've got 3 dice. Here he's just got 2 dice, probably not into 2 even, because he'll have fend, so it'll just be 2 dice. But yeah, having 3 dice if he's going from there with 2 assists is going to be much less risky. So using the guard on the Yeti there to get that knocked down. Just a stun. Does get the knockdown. Oh, and a stun. So the Yeti did I was watching this game. I did see all this game as it happened, and I think I missed that one because I've commented later when the Yeti broke armor that it took him a long time to do it. But yeah, turn 5 is earlier than I thought. I think is it the first block Yeti's made? It's not. I remember him making blocks over here. So probably can I get 2 dice on this guy? Not usually. They're only guards here. I think they wouldn't have needed to blitz there to be able to get 2 dice there. Probably would have been more worthwhile actually. If you consider what you want to achieve in the turn and what hits you've been left with, this is the only point of contact they were left with. This strength 4 lineman against the Yeti, the Elfwerener, who's strength 5. So he needs 2 assists. Only guard is already given an assist and is unmarked, so guard's not coming into play this turn. The only other place you can assist from is this square, and that probably means assist in there and then blitz is there, because if you can push this guy away at least, that's another assist, and you've got 2 dice on the Elfwerener. Over here, this blitz isn't really affecting the game. I mean, if he gets a knockdown, they've got a bit of space to come in here and put some pressure on the ball. Then the Norse are just going to go this way, which actually might be quite good because then you can squeeze them against the touchline. So, seizing some space over here can be great, but you're relying on that being the knockdown to get through. Or maybe if you push that way, these 2 players can come around here and still do that. But pushing back there hasn't achieved anything with the blitz this turn. Whereas here, if you come in, knocked him back, you've got a 2 dice hit there. Here it's just 1 dice, which I don't know if they take or not, but it's a big risk. I don't remember if they take it or not. I do take it, get a skull, and then a push. Yeti moves on a 4 to come and tie up these players. Blitz is coming here, so looking to make a hole here. And yeah, gets him down. So despite uses dodge for pushback the first time, and then pound shot tackle, which is frenzy, gives him another chance to get a power, and finds it. So the ball can move through here now. They've got players who can come and shield. How far can this guy go? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So he can mark up there, but this is a 3+ dodge away. They need someone to come and stand here. Probably this lineman. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That square. There we go. So I did watch this game. I don't remember all these details, but that was exactly right positioning. They've got very tricky dodges if they want to do something with this guy on the ball carrier, which could sort of induce a turnover. They do some stuff on here actually. So if they'd, no, I do remember seeing this at the time. Both of these have guards, so we're looking at red dice because you can't take these assists out. And the only squares you can attack from are so it'd be two red dice. But you could look at if you stand this guy up instead of this one, and he pushes away here, then this guy stands up to blitz here. You've got 2 dice uphill with a block tackle player. That's not terrible odds. I mean, it's not brilliant. It's not what you'd look for, but it's a vulnerability that they have left with this bit open here. But I think this is the guy, because he's got tackle and this guy's got dodge. It's what makes it. Hang on, let's have a look. I've got Discord open somewhere. I thought I did. For a bit of samba. Yeah, here we go. Samba. So it's 2 red dice, and 2 successes. Yeah, it's an 11% chance of the ball, 21 with a reroll, which they do have, and they've got 2 turns and 2 rerolls. So would have been worth a shot, that play, but it needed this guy to be making the blitz into that square. You can't take that assist out, so it's just 2 dice uphill. So using a straightforward guy with the blitz in here, looking for a power. Does open up to get a couple of markers on the ball, but it's an agility 3 dodge player, and there's no tackle on him. Oh, he's trying to dodge in that way. He could have gone this way round without dodging. I think he was going that way round to there. I don't know if that's double clicking that square and the game passed it that way, but yeah, could have gone 1, 2, 3, 4 and just stood there. Either way, he's got to dodge away as a sort of last resort. This player does have sidestep, which could be so makes him annoying to hit. They're going from anyway with the Ogbah now. This will be maybe 6 dice. No, just a 3. Great place to choose to step back to, because he's in the way there. It means they have to move this lineman out of the way to get him out. Otherwise, he's got to dodge through there or through there. So it forces this lineman to move first, which is small consolation because he just stands there. Runners down there, 3, 4, 5, 6. Way there, so double skulls from Yeti. Loner was okay. And then chooses to fend. This guy's down, so he was the threat. It was a 3+ dodge. We've got this one pushed in there. So what do the Bretonnians have? This one, so movement 7, so 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 2 go for it, so you can't reach him for a blitz. This one, what we got here? Might have to 1 dice him. Oh, this guy's still there as well. It'd be some sort of silly dodges through there. Can he come this way? He's got dodge, hasn't he? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. No, I don't see how they can reach here. The thing is, I know they do. I just can't see the play. Oh, it's this guy. Okay. Did you just roll 4 plus 3 plus? And a couple of go for. Oh, okay, that was it. And then he pushes him against the sideline. Yeah, because I knew there's something I wanted to look at next turn here. So where did he come from there? Yeah, it was 4 plus 3 plus with the dodges. He's not got dodge, so that was, yeah, risky, but he's done it. So it's 1, 2, 3. It's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 2 go for it. Yeah, to do that, that was the play. That's why I didn't see it. I thought that guy couldn't go far enough. Another player in there. This makes it difficult. Oh, excuse me. Okay, so let's have a look at this turn. This is what I wanted to look at. We might do some drawing as well again. Right, so here, the Norse, if they want to score, this player has dodge, which does help them. But he's got to dodge into a tackle zone of this guy, or here. And then out of it, so it's 4 plus to dodge there because of the tackle zone, and then 3 plus to dodge into the end zone to score. He's got dodge, so it's not too bad. I wish it didn't swing across the screen when you just moved over. So we've got 4 and 3 with the same reroll. We're looking at that's like 60%, 61% chance of scoring by just dodging 1, 2. But then also need to look at what they can do to make this better. Now the problem they've got is this blitzer has sidestep. And that means it's unreliable to hit him, to free him up. Because the obvious one is knock this guy out of the way, and then you've just got a 3 plus dodge. Because he's marked by 2 players, the best you're really going to do is he's going to be left with the 3 plus dodge at the end. So, what's the easiest way to make sure that 3 plus dodge is all there's going to be, basically? And you've got, because these are bunched up, you've got almost a T shape here. So we want to fill this square in. Let's try and draw. Let's try and draw again. All this drawing on the screen is fun. I'll accept. Can I escape? There we go. Alright, can I just get... There we go. Hey, keep the screen still. So we want to fill in this square. If we fill in this square, which we've got, for example, escape clears the screen. Okay, that's good to know. On the fly, learning how to use tools. Alright, so we want to fill in this square, which should mean maybe this guy who can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. So he's in there. Now we've got our T shape. Because if we push this guy and we only get stuck with a pushback, he's just going to go there to make our dodges even harder. And we've used our blitz and he's done. Then you've got 4 plus 4 plus to score. Or if he goes there, it's the same. It's the same basically. It's 4 plus 4 plus to score. If you hit him and you only get a pushback. So this is taking longer than I thought. Right, but if he's in there, now we've got a T shape. Now we can push him. We've got an Ulf Werner here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then 6 is a hit onto him. Now this guy, so he comes in here, hits there. Let's see if we can change colour, because it might help to see some other things. Let's go for blue. If you hit him, you don't want to hit him into this guy, because you're not knocking him over, and he's got sidestep. So again, he can just go there or there and ruin everything. But if you push him into the ball carrier moves one of these 2 squares, then he's just got a 3 plus dodge away, and you haven't risked making it any harder, even if you're stuck with a pushback. But if you put him in here, because you've got Frenzy hitting this player, he's now in there, this square's blocked, your second hit, it'll force you to roll, go for it. But your second hit, as long as you don't roll both downs or skulls, this guy gets pushed off the pitch, because these 2 squares are the only available ones, and that's a surf, like just in there as well. So you've freed up the ball carrier more than he is now. You've still got to make that 3 plus dodge, but this guy has dodge. So that's 91%. Is it 91 or 81%? It's 8 out of 9 times it will happen. And you've surfed that guy as well. You've got someone off the pitch. And that's a nice little way to solve that I thought was quite fun. And I'm not saying that because the Norse didn't score, because they managed to find a solve anyway. It's just what they did was a lot riskier, because they blitzed the guy with sidestep. And now this becomes 55% to make sure you knock him down. If we look at, sorry, I've moved away from the action again. So we've got 2 dice with 2 successes, which is what they're looking for. They have to knock down this sidestep guy. Against 2 dice with 4 successes, because a pushback's fine, going the other way. It is 55% to get the knockdown, 89% to get the pushback. So it's just this is a lot riskier. They do get the knockdown, and it's fine. They have to make the 3+ dodge, which we knew they had to do anyway. 3+ dodge with dodge, and they score. But if they were stuck with a pushback from that sidestep guy, they're hitting him with frenzy, so you're now rolling another dice for a go for it. And if you get stuck with a pushback again, he could go somewhere else and just make it hard. And it was just, it was just that little solve, that little use of a chain push to free up the ball carrier. It was double, free up the ball carrier and send the guy off the pitch for a free injury roll, potentially take an important player out of the game for the second half. But that is 1-1 at half time. They did well to score it anyway. And it's exactly what you want to do. If the attacking team scores early enough to leave you enough time to score back, you make sure you score back, and then they're basically winning 1-1, as is what they say in the trade. Because now they've got the ball back and they've got 8 turns to put a winner in. So this guy injured. That's the only injury they've had. He's just badly hurt. Clear injury boxes for the Bretonnians, so the Norses are just not punching as hard as they could be. Extra reroll for the Bretonnians. All those knockouts coming back is worth mentioning. This is the only inducement, 1 bloodbite a keg. We're over here carrying the ball. And just pushes there. So this strength 5 Ulfwirler had the same deal really as the Yeti. Could be getting 3 dice. The Yeti was over that 1 square. That's 3 dice straight away. His first wild animal was seen fouled on a 1. That's seen quite a lot here, so they're giving up this space to the Bretonnians. Hit that guy, but that's not gone anywhere. We've got the kick shorthands guy picking up the ball. Their ball's pretty safe in here. No one important to the screen is based up, so they're going to have to blitz somebody. They've got a guard in here, which makes this bit hard to blitz. They've got this strength 4 guy here, and it means they have to commit their own strength 4 players to that. Maybe that's not a blitz. Maybe they want to blitz over here to put pressure on from behind. Blitzing the guard with strength 4. But that's not opened up a gap because there's only a space of 2 squares in between those 2 players that are standing. So there's no getting at the ball this turn. If anything, this was the weak point, which would maybe have been where the blitz is. Turn 10. Yeti makes a hit. No armor break. I'm really low on armor most of this game. And some more guys can have got this guard. Yeah, it's a good way for the Norse to move. The Bretonnians didn't take that space that they were left. Decided to just shut off here instead, and that forces the Norse this way. There's not a lot of speed difference. I think the Bretonnians are slightly quicker overall because they've got 4 movement 7 players. And even their linemen are movement 6. So the Bretonnians can come and shut this off too. The Norse are staying pretty wide here, which is good. Wrestle undoing that. Still no getting at the ball really. He's pretty safe here with the Yeti standing guard. Shame the Ulfweren's down as well. Yeah, still no way through to the ball. There is a knockout. That's the other berserker. So no berserkers left. There is. These two are a bit far apart for a cage, but they don't have to worry about anyone coming in this way. There's no one available to do it. But if the Bretonnians had taken that space last turn, that could have been a weakness, or the Norse would probably have closed it up more. This is an armour break. Just a stun. Pushing in there kind of makes that a shame. If they push there instead, they could have got someone in to mark the ball carrier. We could have had a surf on this strength 4 guy here, which was, I know he's got to push diagonally, but if they'd stood, who was this thrower just in there, blitz with the Ulfweren onto this guy, push there, push off, and that strength 4 blocker, who's pretty important to the defence, is gone for the drive. And it also frees up this guy who's pinned against the touchline and is going to be shoved off the pitch himself. Although they're looking for 2 dice on him, maybe 1 dice. One dice on him is risky because he could push him into the ball carrier. Oh, gone for this guy. Fend keeps him pinned, so this could well be a surf. Yeah, hitting this guy on 1 dice might have been probably more likely to get him off the side. Well, it was more likely to get him off the side of the pitch because Fend was always going to keep him there. Where is this? That is that. Okay, so I need to re-roll. Don't know if that was a great use of a re-roll, but it got a player removed. Just it wasn't a turnover on the first dice. Which sometimes you just think, oh, well that's annoying, and then just take that both down and wrestle him. Actually, they've got loads of re-rolls, haven't they? I think they had 4 on the roster, and they've had another one from the kickoff. Trying to pound that dodge guy. And blitz here, so this is looking to make space here. Use Fend. Does keep him sort of pinned there. He uses dodge to get through. All in there. So this is like we saw with the Bretonnians in the first turn. We've got the diagonal square unprotected. Not sure I can do anything about it. So they've got this blitzer with dodge. And this one could just take 1 dice on the ball actually. What we need to do is mark this guy. So this lineman off of the touch line, probably standing there because then he's marking the ball carrier as well. So him just in there, then he stands up and just blitzes here. It's 1 dice with 103 to knock the ball down because there's no dodge on this player. But alternatives they've got now is this guy has dodge. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and he just sits there. No assists here, so there's no one's got guard. Yeah. So quite easy to get 1 dice on the ball here. I don't think they'll find 2 though. But yeah, this was the easiest. Just mark that guy. He's not assisting. Neither of these are assisting, and he's just got 1 dice straight up. You put another marker on the ball there, but can't assist because of the Ulfweren. Can they get rid of the Ulfweren? And they've got a guard on him here. No, it'd be 2 red dice even if Dauntless fires. Okay, gone with the tackle guy. Let's get 1 dice. Gets it on a reroll. So I do find that 1 dice. And grabs an injury as well, which levels that lineman. The ball's down there. They do then maybe have this blitzer for retrieval, so I'm going to go grab the ball. It's 4+ pick up in the rain. This blitzer's heading that way. Stand over the ball. There's a dodge without dodge first. And they're just going to stand on the ball. And that's without dodge there. Open it up with the Yeti. Gets a pow. Off runner. So just 2 strength 5s leading off. Knocking both of their targets down. Does open up a space here though. There's not a lot they can do with it. They've gone all engagement here. We've got sort of blitzing here, so it's going to be a pushback and then run round. Probably just mark the ball in the square. Yeah, so it's tackle zone wars around the ball, which is two tackle zones each. Just a big fight over the ball for the next few turns, maybe. Bretonnians can potentially clear them both off this turn. They need to free up some players though. Got a dodge guy here. This guy's free. Bit of lock in there. Okay, off-wearing just knocked down. They've got 2 players free. Right, so can go 2 dice there. If that's a knockdown, they can blitz him with 2 dice. It's not, so they have to find another assist from somewhere. 2 players still. Just go for a 1 dice blitz, which is a skull, and then a power. Oh, no, push back, he's got dodge. Pinned in there. This blitzer grabs the ball, and he's gone. Handoff's dropped, and then caught again. caught the bounce. Handed off there with no reroll was very risky. Got a dodge here for 1 dice, a dodge player. Want to dodge and assist out, that's 3+. All go to death, that's the Yeti. So that was where I thought that's the first time a Yeti had broken armour in the game. But he did get that stun in the first half I'd missed. But that's a miss next game with the Apothecary. I was wondering if that should be the blitz really, but I'm trying to dodge from somewhere. Oh, they were dodging this rower for the blitz, I think. And just a pushback. I needed a reroll for the dodge. So did set up at 2 dice, and then that's a skull. And that will almost certainly be a surf. They could use the lineman to do it if they want to free up the blitzer. Yeah, because this square's blocked, so he just gets pushed off. And that leaves the blitzers free to do other stuff. So knockout by the crowd. Yeah, that's straightforward guy. So the blitz should be on him. Yeah, coming from this way, so if it's a pushback, he's going over here. And then ball carrier can run away. Probably down here. No, stayed that side. That does mean these 2 players are still available to do something about it. If you come over here, they're out of the game. You're looking at this off-wearer and having to dodge with his facility 1 to come and be a pressure. And you could screen him off quite effectively as well. This, okay, so this guy, really the place to stand is probably there. Here he's doubling up the screen from here, tripling up with this guy as well. No one's coming this way because there's already players there. This is the danger around here. If he stands there, they have to try and blitz through him, and he's strength 4 as well. So he's ideal to just go stand in that space, and then every square along here is covered by a tackle zone or player. They're controlling that whole area between the two of them. 18 squares of the pitch by 2 linemen just standing there and there. That's where it should have been. There he's not adding anything to screening the ball. Got 3+ dodge with dodge for 1 dice on the ball. Then they need a power to get him down, but it's been left on. He doesn't need to be there. That's where he needs to be. Blocks over here. Down here is obviously far more important. Yeti's not moving this turn. Don't think he's got any way through to help, has he? Just come and carry on being a pressure. Yeah, blitzing with the dodge guy. That's 1 dice. Re-rolls it and it's just a pushback. So 3 with a re-roll and then 1 dice with 1 success. Yeah, it was about 15% to get the ball. 27% with the re-roll that was left on, just by that poor position of that lineman. And they've got away with it. Rescued by the dice, and then this guy can come score this turn. Norse have only got 1 turn left anyway. It's probably not really worth hanging on. They could have hung on for another turn. I don't think the Norse were getting at them. There's 1 turn to score back. They do have movement 7 players. The scoring in a turn is doable. They're missing quite a few. I think they might be a bit short. Yeah, those 2 knockouts stop coming back. It's not going to help. Norse have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 players. I'm not sure is enough. Definitely not an expert on 1 turn scores. I know Fend makes it more difficult, but not as hard as Stand Firm does. Do have a space around the side. It's been left, so if they're looking at. Yeah, like a runner in there. How do you do it? So runner there. Yeah, where that runner is. And so what you do is leave that square empty, so you can blitz this runner and push him in there, and then you make sure you've got spaces filled here, and that's where you start building your chain pushes. So this lineman's in there with that runner. You push against him and you start pushing him this way. Would be able to do it. Which again I've never done, but you're looking for, is it 2, 4, 6, 8, 9? So that he needs to be on this dark green line. 1, 2, 3, 4 pushes to get him in there to make the game 2-2. And then obviously you've got to chuck in the ball and everything. And but there's a space around the side you can go for. Perfect defence probably would have ruined that if you were trying to do it. Yeah, not changed so much. Better just go for some hits on the line here. Maybe a pass back here. Yeah, thrower here is on 4 points. Might as well try and make a pass. Yeah, 3 dice for the Yeti. Grabs a stun. Sure hand, ball fail, ball pick up fail. Couple of 2s. So rain didn't affect either of those. Bretonnians don't take the last turn. They take the win though. It's 2-1. Both MVPs levelling. We can have a look at where those went. Pretty even on possession. Norse getting more blocks. Tied on injuries though. With the Norse's lower armour value, you sort of maybe expect that even with more successful blocks. But yeah, a really even game actually. And it was just that one good turnover the Bretonnians had, or sacking the ball, and then yeah, putting it in on the Norse's second half attack means they won it. more in the way of star player points for the Norse. There's a lot to see here, really. Don't think swiggy dice were how the game went. Casualties were all quite bad. That's all. I think that was a dead miss in next game. I'm not sure what the other one was, but they're probably down players for the next game. Dodges quite low. I think they tried a few dodges with linemen though, which are 4+. Yeah, you expect low pickups and catches to fail in the rain, which is what happened. Yeah, 3 or 2 of those were right in the end, and that turned 16. So pickups not too bad for them at all. I think the other one was a sure hands reroll as well. No catches, weren't throwing the ball or moving it around, really just running with it, which is probably what Norse do best. Wild Animal seemed, it was one of the Yeti's better games for Wild Animal. I think only one of these failures was a 2+, and even passed quite a few 4+. But yeah, there we go. That's the final quarter-final game. This is where we are now. So now in Blood Bowl 2, I'm not actually certain what happens with their draws. I know in like in Chalice and stuff, they have like the first round's random, but then I think it's sort of tiered. So it's like these are paired matches, and then the winners go and play each other. We don't want that to happen. We want a random draw for the next round. So I'm just going to go to Brock Jones Dice Roller. There we go, which is my go-to random number generator on the internet. And it's no doubt need to open a notepad. Should have prepared this a bit earlier. Let's have some notepad open. Or I'll do like an FA Cup draw. I'll do it that way, and then I'll manually input that draw into the game. So the teams we've got in, we've got Fist of Sadnok. From that try, we've got Knights of the Right Angle. Then we've got Legion Pallbearers. And we've got Liverpool. Put them in alphabetical order, which they are already. There we go. And then we'll roll a d4. Oh, it's over here. Where's the result? Oh, it's over there. How do I get to that? 1. So Fist of Sadnok. At home against, I'll roll a d3. We just take that out. Just do it that way, then I can get to that bar easier. Right, d3. There's a d3. Oh, it gets a 3. There we go. So face Liverpool. That's the team I wanted the least. Yeah, Fist of Sadnok on my team. I'm playing against Liverpool, who's the Lisbon team. And then we roll a d2. See who's at home. 1, so it's Knights of a Right Angle. And they'll play Legion Pallbearers. There we go. So that will be our semi-finals. Let's just stick that in now. Confirm those. And then we want to edit these. So yeah, it did do that pairings where it had the sort of playoff tree that it randomly draws at the beginning and then goes all the way through, but we're going with the random draw. Which is kind of a shame because it means I'm playing the not that. I want to edit the fixtures. Why can't I edit the fixtures? We'll do that here. We might not have a choice about this. Oh, we don't have a choice about this. We're just stuck. I can put a result in and start players and stuff, but I can't change what the fixtures are. Okay, so all that draw for nothing. It's just random draw first round, and then it's a playoff tree. These are the matches we have. So it's Fist of Sadnok Chaos against Knights of a Right Angle, the Bretonnians who just won that game. Playing from seasons 1 and 2, these teams all face each other again. So Legion Pallbearers, who are vampires, against Liverpool, who are Lisbon. Not how I wanted the draw to go in terms of we wanted it to be random for the semi-finals, but that's what we've got. We can't do anything else with it in the game. Hopefully that's something that changes when the new version of the game comes out, whenever that is. It'd be nice to have more options about that. Let's look at those 4 teams who are still left. So my Chaos team, so we're going to play Bretonnians, as it turns out. And we look like this. So we had a couple of levels from our last game, which is this Beastman picks up guard, block dodge guard. It's quite a nice combo. And then it was one of these Chaos Warriors, I don't remember which one, also picked up guard. They had block just before, and then got the other one. I don't remember which one it was. I think it might have been this one. I think he scored and got MVP. Well, it's 21. That sort of sounds familiar. We dropped to rerolls. For some reason, I was playing this team with 4 rerolls, which is a bit inefficient, and we've gone back down to 3. It's a much more manageable number. It makes us 1800. Team value. We're going to play against this Bretonnian team, so they're going to have 220 in inducements. I can start thinking about that for when the game happens. They did have an advance, which was this lineman who picks up an armour value increase, which is lesser seen. I think block or wrestle would have been much more effective than an extra point of armour. That's what they've gone with. They've got this guard missing in the next game, which is great for me. This is the one who died and was upgraded back to missing next game. So they've got no guard, and we're going to face them. Let's see how we go. They'll have those inducements, of course. This is 120 of team value out, so there only been 100 in it if this guy was playing. That's that one. So then it is naming pallbearers. Came 4th in both seasons 1 and 2. And the coach had the Kembury team that were in seasons 3 and 4. So won season 3, runner-up in season 4. Also on 4 rerolls, but that's, I mean, for vampires, that's much more worth seeing. They have put 80k of team value into the coaching staff, which is, is suboptimal, I think. But it does mean on those kick-off results, the really niche situations where these come up, they're probably going to win them. But they're sort of solid fan factor as well. They'll probably have some fame, or they've got a decent chance of it. They've got the full 6 vampires. One of them's not got any levels yet. We've got block, dodge, tackle, leap on this one, which is kind of terrifying. With agility 4 and leap, and just going where it wants. With strength 4 as well. A block, dodge, guard on this one. Block, nerves of steel, strong arm, and pro on this one here. I think pro was picked up after the quarterfinal. Block and mighty blow on this one, and then this one's jump up agility 5, which is quite cool and quite close to another level. But then some thralls, a bit more fodder in here. It's another 80,000 in team value, which is probably worth trimming. So altogether 160 of team value is not doing a lot for this team. We've got a niggling injury on this guard guy as well, but the guard guy is arguably definitely doing a job, and he's worth keeping around. These are probably not going to get a lot of game time, but they do go through a lot of thralls, because this coach plays really aggressively with bloodlust, and it's just like, well, I'll just buy a thrall, and does that a lot. So quite literally choose through thralls. There's a leader on here, block, tackle, dauntless. This is the best thrall, and there's a wrestle one here. So full roster, but very gung-ho with thralls. Loads of thralls get injured by both teams, and we'll see how they do. They're playing Liverpool, who were 2nd and then 5th, I think, in seasons 1 and 2. Definitely 2nd in the first season, and had 7 wins in the regular season. And this is why I didn't want to face them, because my Chaos team's hugely outstrengthed by them. With 2 strength 5 players, they've got a strength 5 Saurus, as well as the Groxigor, who's guard and stand firm. Strength 5, all the Saurus have block, all 6 of them. There's one with Mighty Blow, who's quite slow, but he's just going to stand there slogging at people. There's an armor 8 Saurus here, who with block is probably someone you don't necessarily want to just get rid of, but maybe when you can afford to replace it, you would. And then all the skinks, one of them in particular is quite good because it's got block, sidestep, and sure feet. This one, sidestep and sprint, sidestep and diving tackle, which is a annoying combination to face. Sidestep there and a couple of unlevelled ones, and some Saurus who are close to an extra level here, and they could load up on some guard or mighty blow to go with their block, and or maybe break tackle. Break tackle's a great skill for Saurus. See them dodging on 2s and using that movement 6. But yeah, there we go. That's the semi-final teams. I think sometime next week we're going to start playing those, so they'll be in this playlist as well then.